You're listening to 5 Minutes of English with Laura Pickens, a short podcast about the way we actually talk, like for real. How to say bad words. Hi, my name's Laura. I'm an American living in Russia, and welcome to 5 Minutes English with me. I have lived in Russia for a very long time, and this is a collection of some of my favorite lessons I've had with my clients. And today's question is how to say bad words. And I don't mean the bad words themselves. I mean, how do we talk about the collection of words that you shouldn't say in good company? In Russian, it's very easy. You have like one understood word that includes all of them. But in English, we have different ways that we talk about it, and it differs based on, location, geography, culture, generations. So we're going to go through some of the most basic ways that we talk about this group of bad words. So the first one is swear. To swear or swear words. For example, he swears a lot, or you can't use swear words here. But swear has another meaning, which is to make a very serious and formal promise. Like, for example, I swear to God and on my mother's grave, I did not lie. But it does specifically mean, when we're talking about language, those words that you cannot use in public. The next way we can talk about these words is to call them four-letter words. We don't have that many bad words in the English language. It is not as rich as the Russian language, which I have not even begun to understand how deep your lexicon goes. It is impressive. But in English, there's even a very famous skit from George Carlin, an old comedian who's no longer with us, who said the 7 words you cannot say on television. And honestly, half of those you can now say on television, but it really does leave us like a top list of words we cannot say. And most of them are 4-letter words. So you will hear someone say, I'm not going to listen to no 4-letter words in here. That means those bad words. Or, as you might have heard, the F word, the S word, the C word, the D word, the B word, the A word, and the P word, which is basically all the bad words we have. And if you don't know what those words are, you can come to my Telegram club and I will help you out. Another way to describe these words is curse, to curse or curse words. So just like swear means like some royal promise to the king, curse is what a witch does to someone to get revenge on them. A witch put a curse on the princess. Or, we don't use curse words in this classroom. So the question still remains, if you are in a public space, if you are somewhere formal, how do they describe these words? Is it just always different? Is it always going to be confusing if they're saying swear or curse? Do they say 4-letter words in like a formal texts? Not really. That's where we have the word profanity. Now, this does have a verb, to profane, but we don't use it in this context with bad words. So it's just the noun profanity. Profanity is not allowed in the workplace, and here it specifically means those bad words. Another way we describe it in formal situations is explicit language. If you are a fan of American music, you have probably seen the parental advisory sticker, black and white and big, and it's always on your favorite albums, and it says explicit content. Now, explicit content doesn't just mean bad words. It can also mean inappropriate subjects or descriptions of things. But explicit language, that is our bad words. But like most things formal in the English language, that's not what the word explicit means. It's just in this context we understand that. It's like we're hiding its true meaning by being very formal, and you have to guess what the meaning is because explicit means open and understandable. For example, do not copy this without explicit permission. But explicit language, bad words. So then we have all the other ways we describe it, like the phrase bad words. I think that's actually the best way to describe this group of words. Bad words, dirty words, filthy words. And again, the great George Carlin said, we have more words to describe dirty words than we have dirty words, which is disappointingly accurate. If you want to see some of these phrases in use, come to my Telegram club and let's have a conversation about it because I love learning language through great conversations. And what is a great conversation? Is it when you talk about weather or is it when you get into the good phrasal verbs of the F word? You want a great conversation? Come join me on my Telegram club. The link is in the description. And with that, I will see you next week, guys.